Hello guys and welcome again. So this is the final render we showed in the beginning, and the geometry here is the high-res version. And I wanted to talk about water in general in this video, and how important rendering is when it comes to visualizing your work. So a lot of times you get the when you work in doing water simulation, you are just looking at particles, and it's really tricky to properly understand how that will translate when you mesh it and render it. And the best way to judge that is to have a simple scene where you can mesh and do a quick render to preview your result. One thing that I would recommend not doing, especially when you're starting, is to do close-up water sims. What I mean by that is, for example, if we place the camera here looking at the scene, we would be looking much closer into the segment versus the things further apart. Let me show an example. So this is a very old river scene, and let's see. As you can see here, I have very close-up camera looking at the river. This was very challenging to keep the resolution up here, really high res here, and good towards the end. So for me to do this, I had to increase the overall resolution because there is no adaptivity or anything like that. In terms of passes, this is done exactly using the same workflow. You can see the pass has bubbles underneath, and then foam and the various environment elements, which are rendered separately to optimize the scene. What I would recommend doing is to have not to do cameras like this. It's the best to have a camera where you see your result from a uniform distance, so you don't have to increase the resolution drastically just so that it holds up for a specific angle. Rendering realistic water can be very challenging, but I can tell you that using the velocity trick and the vorticity, as well as the volume underneath the water, is one of the key aspects to making it look realistic. Meshing the water, I'm still not very happy with the result. You can see here in the beginning there is a lot of jittering, and what we can do is we can generate a mask using velocity, which is a more advanced task, but we can create a mask using velocity and smooth out any areas where there is not so much movement. Okay, we can do that. We can blur the result based on the velocity. So that's something we could explore in the future. And then it's very important to not just do a sim and show a flipbook of the particles. It's very important to take it all the way to the end, doing the white water, rendering all of this, and getting comfortable with how slow it is to render with Mantra, and basically doing full project from start to finish. And I think that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.